Yeah, let's hope we can hit another Planeswalker. I'm hoping for Ileana or Garrick myself, maybe Teferi. All right, we got Necromentia. This is going to be a good sideboard in black decks for just shutting down stuff.
Unmoored Ego, basically.
Yeah.
Which is
so basically,
it's a sleeper. It's like a card your opponent might not expect, but it will.
Yeah.
Historically, it just destroy. It can just.
So basically, choose a card, a name other than basic land. Search opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name. Exile them. And that player creates a 2/2 black creature token with for each exiled card. So, turn 3, if you're going first with black, you can get rid of the Uros very quickly.
Yeah.
Or Dream Trawler if you're facing Azure Control. Like, if you know what your opponent's big bombs are, you can get rid of them very quickly. I think could be main deck 2, sideboard 2 probably, or possibly sideboard 3.
I think it's a sideboard.
Probably a sideboard card, yeah.
That's how Unmoored Ego. Unmoored Ego was a sideboard card.
Yeah. Another temple. Ugh. I don't mind seeing the temples. It's just
they're not exciting.
It's just we've already had them already, like not that long ago, and getting reprinted again just kind of makes them feel less enthusiastic. But if you're a new player, you should be happy to get them. Ooh, we got another mythic, and this one is great for mono black decks. I probably wouldn't put anything other than that. Maybe. Unless you can find a way to get it out quicker. The Massacre Worm.
Ooh, another like big reprint.
Yeah, this is a big reprint for 6 mana for a 6/5 body. However, when he enters the battlefield, all your opponent's creatures get -2/-2, and whenever an opponent creature dies, that player loses 2 life. So if you combine them with the other guy that gives all -1, you got -3/-3 on the board right there on your opponent's side. That's going to kill quite a bit of stuff. And you can start burning his way through his. So that's a good mythic, actually. I don't know what play he's going to see in Standard. Construct and Limited, I can see him definitely being played. Maybe Commander, that could definitely go in Commander because how long the games go for. But... All right, can we get something? Okay, this card I'm happy. Okay, this is my second one. My first pre-release kit box, I didn't do a video for it, but I pulled this as my promo. Is Jorel, I call it the Recluse. Otherwise, I'm going to call her the Crazy Cat Lady. Whenever you draw your second card of the turn, you create a 2/2 cat token. And then for 6 mana, all your creatures have base power and toughness X, where XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. So if you can put this with, there's the elf. There's a cat that comes in from when the Ravnica sets, draws a card. Cestian Training, draw a card. There's a couple of other green cards that do that. So it's I did this on a Rita with a mono green deck, and I really liked it. I can't wait to try it on paper, but like I say, 2 different things. What do we got? Yeah, there's this is a good card for cat decks, the Pride and Malcolm. Comes in with a +1, target creature has +1/+1. Other creatures with +1 counters have trample. It's pretty good. Oh, okay. This is one of the anti-Planeswalker cards. Spark Hunter Manticore. What play? Like I say, in the mono red deck with the Garrick, where you have to control artifacts. This is really good with Stonecoil Serpent. Maybe something else. I'm not sure what else you want to put in there, but we're slowly getting through this box. Ooh, I'm going to try to go a little faster here.
It's okay.
And another Mystic. Discontinuity.
Discontinuity.
Yeah. I can't read. I'm tired. I don't read good. As long as your turn spell costs 4 or less, and that's 2 less blue and 2 colorless. And basically you end the turn.
Pretty cool card.
The problem is its cost down is only on your turn. So on your opponent's turn, it's going to be a whopping 6 mana.
And you have to exile it after casting, so you can't loop it or something.
No, it doesn't exile. It says end turn. Exile all spells and abilities from the stack.
Yeah, including this card.
So but still a good card though. Like
really cool effect.
If your opponent, especially if your opponent's going aggro and you got the mana for it, you can just end your opponent's turn.
I don't know how good it is in an aggro matchup given its mana cost.
Yeah, but we'll like I say, I'm gonna try building some stuff out of this based off this alone. All right, we got a Garrick's Heartbringer. Hexproof from black. And when he deals combat damage to a creature or planeswalker, look up that many cards from the top of your library, reveal a creature card or a Garrick planeswalker from among them, put into your hand, rest in the bottom in a random order. He's a 3 body for a 4/3. I think that's actually pretty good. I hope we can get the Garrick to go with it, and I will be very happy. But if not, sad face. What do we got here? We got a double hit here. We got the new white 3 Glorious Anthem. It's really good in mono white decks, with especially got the Heliod and all that. And we got Teferi's Ageless Insight. Legendary enchantment. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 instead. So that's actually pretty good for doubling your draw power for a deck.
And then that can work in conjunction with that mill card. Like, there's definitely a deck
it works with Teferi too.
Yeah, you're drawing cards and they're milling cards.
So I think we probably might not see any more mythics, but if we do, we will be bombing. I will be happy with it. We got a Baron, the Archmage. Basically, he bounces something when he comes into play, and at the end step, you draw a card if a card was put into the hand. So that's pretty good. I pulled one of these of my pre-release kits, and I enjoyed it. I think you'll see play in some blue decks because just the low cast for it. And we have the Shacklegeist. Good card for spirits. Can only be blocked by flying. And then tap 2 untapped spirits. You control tap target creature. So if you can make more spirits, it's pretty good for a 2/2. I don't know if I'm going to run it, but we'll see. A lot of options. Liliana Stewart again, alternate art. And I got this card. I want to hear people's opinion on this card. 9 lives. Has hexproof, so your opponent can't kill it regardless. If a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put a counter on it. If there are 9 or more counters on it, exile it. When 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. I think people have found a way to work with it, but it's going to be a tricky card. Because you can't really bounce it. Another Idol of Endurance and the alternate land for islands. So it's not too bad. For some cards, you'll see. I'm noticing you're seeing more of the alternate arts, a little bit more common than on some of the other ones, but they're mostly set to the individual planeswalkers. And now we have the Teferi's Aegis Insight again in normal art. Yeah, we've already talked about that one, so let's go to the next pack here. Lofty Denial, I like that. It's really good for flying, especially flying. Ghostly Pilfer becomes untapped. You may pay 2, draw a card. It's questionable how much we'll see this play in standard. With that's a little bit of a hefty cost to pay 2 for extra draw, but if you're playing Dream Char, that's actually not bad to be able to draw an additional card to bump them more. And then you can discard a card, can't be blocked this turn. Honestly, I'd put this with Staggering Insight, make it a 3/1, and just make it unblockable for the turn because you're drawing a card on hit, his draw. So yeah, it's
Ghostly Pilferer definitely has some utility.
very utility. Might not be in black blue, but it
It's
comes
unblockable.
if you discard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's some cards that are in black with the rogue that work with the rogue archetype. You might be able to get some red in there as well. There's the thief from.
I mean, you're probably gonna want
The large big that they have. We're just ordering pizza, sorry. Like this card here, Thieves Guild Enforcer. It's also a rogue. When it enters the battlefield or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. So black, blue, red rogues would work as a deck because you have the rogue from red whenever that has haste. That's currently in standard.
Yeah.
The thief. So
what's that card called again? I can't remember what that card's called, but it's so annoying. You exile.
You exile the top 2 cards. And your opponent can.
What it's called.
If you have less hand than your opponent, so I could see. Okay. Besides the rare lands, assuming.
Yeah.
A couple more packs here. Swift response. Here we go. One of the cards I was looking for. Vito Thorn of Duskrose. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So how this would work is if you say you have this out and you play Great or Trespell, aka Gary, this Gary would come in, your opponent would lose X life, and you gain that X life as well. So it would double that. So you're gaining X life, so you're getting 5 life, but your opponent's losing 10. So that's actually pretty strong. Can't wait to see some decks with it. Last pack magic, people. All right.
It's been a good box.
This has been a good box. No Garrick. 1 Planeswalker.
Okay, you got a Grim Tutor, an Ugin, a Massacre Worm.
Pretty good.
Above average box.
Above average box. And our final is a rare, the Transmogrify for red. Exile target creature. That creature controller reveals the top card of their library until they reveal a creature card. That player puts that card onto the battlefield and then shuffles their library. Don't know how I feel about this card. It could come back to bite you really big though. Like unless you're targeting yourself to hit something big. I don't think it's gonna see much play in standard. Maybe in other formats, maybe.
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the card.
I'd like to see play in. I think you could see play in Commander because you can you have more of a chance to hit something you want.
Well, so it lets you. You want to cheat stuff in with it.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much that's the game. That's the game plan is to cheat stuff in. So that is our box. So
pretty good box.
Pretty good box. Leave some comments. See what you guys hear. Can't wait to hear from you, and stay frosty.